Good evening, everybody. Today is 14 February 2018. Today's lecture is Cosmology and Buddhism with Mutta Singaha, Part 7. Before starting the lecture, we pay respect to the Buddha, saying Namo Dassa in 3 times, please. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, so last week we discussed about the various kind of Kamma. The Kamma is first Kamma is Janaka Kamma. Last week we discussed about the Janaka Kamma. So this week we explain the second one. The second one is Upatthambhaka. Upatthambhaka Kamma. Sorry. Upatthambhaka Kamma. Upatthambhaka Kamma is a supported Kamma. The Janaka Kamma create the result itself, but cannot support to the other Kamma. So the difference is between the Janaka Kamma, Upatthambhaka Kamma is Upatthambhaka Kamma is just only supporting to the other Kamma. Just only supporting to the other Kamma. Yeah, that's why we say supported Kamma. So supported Kamma, does not gain an opportunity to produce its own result. Cannot produce own result. That means it doesn't give the result of its own, but that Kamma support to the Janaka Kamma, productive Kamma, previous Kamma, either by the enabling it to produce its pleasant result or painful result over an extended time. Yeah, because of supporting this Kamma, Upatthambhaka Kamma. The Janaka Kamma can get the supporting from the Upatthambhaka Kamma, so that result extend and more. Bad or good result. So the extended time without obstruction or by reinforcing the continuum of aggregate produced by another Kamma. So it just support. It just support the result of some productive Kamma, Janaka Kamma. So we need to understand that one with the more example. So I will show the more example about that. So the one through the productive function of wholesome Kamma, for example. So one is reborn as a human being. So a person reborn as a human being as a result of the productive Kamma, Janaka Kamma, the first Kamma, not this one. And then a supporting karma may contribute to the extension of the one lifespan, and then ensure that one is happy and then well provided with the necessary of life. So life is so good, comfortable. Yeah. So these results we get being supported by as the Upatthambhaka Kamma, this Kamma, Upatthambhaka Kamma, supported Kamma. So the supported Kamma cannot give the result by itself, but it has ability to have the other, the result or the other Kamma. Yeah. So we need to understand like this. Okay. So the one through the productive function of the wholesome karma, one is reborn as a human being. Oh, this is saying. This is saying. Yeah. So one unwholesome karma, another one. Unwholesome karma operate its productive function by causing a painful disease, or other unwholesome karma may supported by preventing medicine from working effectively. This is a unwholesome supported karma. Yeah, we need to understand, but we need to understand wholesome supported karma cannot support to the unwholesome Janaka karma. Should be same. Should be same. So the unwholesome karma operate the causing the painful disease. That unwholesome karma is Janaka karma. That Janaka karma supported by the Upatthambhaka karma, that means preventing the medicine from working properly. Yeah. So they're prolonging the disease. So the supported karma just prolong the result of the some other karma. Yeah, we need to understand like that. Okay. So, for example, one being has been reborn as an animal through the productive force or unwholesome karma, akusala karma. So, as a result of akusala karma, a being is reborn as an animal. It's definitely. But the supported karma may facilitate the ripening or more other unwholesome karma, produce or the painful result, and maybe lead to the extension of the lifespan, and then maybe another condition, maybe a difficult condition to get the food. Yeah, like this. So that the continuity of the unwholesome result will endure longer and longer, more and more. Yeah. So we need to understand it. Okay. Okay. So the supported and obstructed karma arise during an existence, not at rebirth. The supported karma is Upatthambhaka karma. This one supported karma is the supported karma is Upatthambhaka karma, number 2 kind of karma. But number 3 kind of karma, obstructed karma, number 3. We will discuss about that one. Supported karma and obstructed karma arise only during the existence, not rebirth. We need to understand like that. Yeah, not rebirth. The supported and obstructed karma does not never produce their own result, but working with the other Janaka karma to extend or to diminish the function of the productive karma, Janaka karma. So, for example, the supported karma can extend our lifespan, like just like the healthy eating and exercise or something like that. Yeah. But you know, in the opposite way, the obstructed karma can decrease our lifespan, just like eating junk food and then you know unhealthy lifestyle. Yeah. So this is an obstructed karma. Yeah. Okay. So we need to understand like this. So supported karma and obstructed karma is little bit same, but supported karma is supporting, obstructed karma is to decrease. The result of the Janaka Kamma. Okay. Okay, so another one is Upatthambhaka. Upatthambhaka is we say obstructed karma, isn't it? So Upatthambhaka, obstructed karma, is a karma which cannot produce its own result, like Janaka Kamma. Janaka Kamma only produce its own result. But other karma, Upatthambhaka karma, number 2 karma, and number 3 Upatthambhaka karma, obstructed karma, they have no power to create the result by themselves. Just the supporting. So this karma, what different? The obstructed karma and supported karma, what's different? Obstructed karma is reduce the result, good or bad result, reduce. Obstruct meaning is frustrate some other karma to reduce the result, good result or bad result, or countering its efficiency. Countering means maybe good result, maybe reduce. The good result is maybe little good result. Or maybe the lifespan, the duration may be reduced. The shortening the duration of is a present or painful result. Yeah. So this karma also does not give the own result, but actually we say as here interfere. Yeah, interfere. Interfere with the result of other karma. Interfere means making the trying to control the result of the other. So interfere with the result of other karma. Even though productive karma may be strong at the time, it is accumulated, but an obstructed karma directly opposed to that. So the strong the Janaka karma reduce. Power is go down.
So this karma is they can mix. I mean, they can mix.
Not mix. Just disturb. Just make a disturbance of the other karma. What do you mean the mix?
Four kinds.
Yeah, 4 kinds: Janaka karma, productive karma, and supported karma, Upatthambhaka karma.
Sure, they can mix.
This one, obstructed karma.
4 karma, they can mix. Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's depend on the what kind of karma we already performed in the previous life. So it's depend on that. So because of the wholesome karma, we reborn as a human being, but the obstructive karma, if we have, so obstructive karma reduce the lifespan, or maybe a person born in the very rich family, very high class family, but that person is not happy like this, because of obstructive karma. Yeah, interfere. Interfere means disturb the result of the Janaka karma. Yeah. So obstructive karma directly opposed to the other karma. Maybe counter-react, so that they become impaired when the producing is result. Yeah. Understand? So we go next one. The karma tending to produce a rebirth among the I already told you, upper class family. They produce a rebirth among the lower class family. Yeah. So you need to understand the supportive karma, Upatthambhaka karma, and obstructive karma, Upapilika karma is different. The difference is the Janaka karma, gave the result the upper class family to reborn, but obstructive karma, Upapilika karma, interfere or counteract. That means no, you cannot get the chance to give the higher class family reborn. So reduce the result, the lower class family rebirth. Yeah. So that is because of it, obstructive karma. So karma turning to longevity. Longevity, our lifespan may tend toward the shortness or life, maybe something like this. So this is because of the obstructive karma. Yeah. Obstructive karma can reduce oppositely. So karma tending to produce the beauty, may produce the beauties, reduce the result, maybe normal, not very beautiful, just plain appearance, like this. Yeah. So this karma, obstructive karma, interfere with the result of the other karma. Okay. So the person has done a lot of akusala, unwholesome, or powerful akusala. Powerful akusala means we will discuss later. Weighty karma, weighty. Yeah. So normally it lead him to rebirth in the great hell because of the very powerful akusala karma. So he may acquire much akusala after doing that akusala. Maybe the condition change. Yeah. The first time, maybe he associate with the evil person. So maybe he did the unwholesome deed, but later change. His mind change, and it's not good. So I need to do good things. to change his mind and behavior, and that's not associated with the evil, and he trying to become a good person, and then accumulate the much more wholesome deed. So maybe it's happened. So that kind of kusala karma can obstruct or interfere with the akusala karma. So the result of kusala karma and wholesome karma, maybe as a bad is normally would be, because of the interfere with the kusala karma. So Ajadasattu is a very popular example to understand that one. Ajadasattu killed his own father. So actually he was to be reborn in the Avicii, hell. But after killing his father, he tried to see the Buddha, and then after listening to the Buddha discourse, Samanyapala Sutta, so he began very devoted in the Buddhism. Yeah. So he began a disciple of the Buddha, and he followed. So he had a great respect and devotion for the Buddha and his teaching. So maybe he acquired much more kusala, much more wholesome. First Sangha council after Buddha died, passed away. After Buddha passed away, first Sangha council was held because of this that king Jadasattu. Yeah, he is a sponsor for that council, first Sangha council. So when he died, he was reborn, and not reborn in Avicii. He was reborn in some smaller hell near the Avicii. So the one karma can obstruct another karma. Good karma obstruct the bad karma. Bad karma also can obstruct good karma. Oppositely. Yes. Supportive karma is not like this. Supportive karma is just only unwholesome karma, only support to the unwholesome. Wholesome karma only support to the wholesome. But obstructive karma is not like this. Obstructive karma, unwholesome karma obstruct to the wholesome karma, and a wholesome karma obstruct to the unwholesome karma. Oppositely. Yeah, opposite. Different kind of karma. Because of his nature is obstruction. Keep the obstruction, keep the interference. Yeah. So we need to understand like that. Okay. So that during the course of the existence, many instances may be found of the operation of the obstetric karma. Yeah, the person when after born during lifespan, so 50 years old, 70-year-old, 90-year-old, during the course of existence, many example we have, and for example, in the human ring, such a karma where obstruct the continuum of the aggregate produced by the karma, facilitating the maturing of the karma, so that results in suffering and causing failure in regard to the property and wealth or family or friend, etc. Yeah. So that's why sometimes we met that kind of condition. That kind of condition because of the obstetric karma make the interference there. Wholesome karma, wholesome protected karma. Okay. So many examples. Sometimes we have a long lifespan, but very difficult to survive something like that. Yeah. Maybe very rich, and maybe sometime because of the disaster, nature disaster, become poor, become poor because of obstructed karma. Yeah. Okay. So in the lowering obstructed karma may counteract the rebirth producing karma and the Janaka karma. So contributing to the occasion of the ease and happiness. For example, although a being may be reborn an animal, but an obstetric kusala karma, obstetric kusala karma can help that animal to get even happiness and comfort in that life. Maybe like the dog, pet dog, and the very rich house. They are very so is their life. Yeah. you can imagine. So the opposite, the kusala karma, obstruct the unwholesome, prasad and janaka karma. So that's why their life so luxury and so easy and comfortable. Yeah. So you can imagine the karma is very, very amazing thing. Amazing thing. Yeah. So we need to understand the obstacle karma is like this. The akusala obstacle karma stop the kusala prasadam, the karma, the janaka karma. Maybe the akusala unwholesome obstacle karma they counteract the result of the wholesome janaka karma. There's many examples, many examples. Okay, so we go to the next one. Next one is the number 4, distracted karma. So distracted karma, Upatthambhaka karma. Number 4. So distracted karma also can be wholesome or unwholesome, both. So yeah, we need to understand that one. Wholesome or unwholesome. It's like obstacle karma. Obstacle karma also wholesome or unwholesome. Yeah. So distracted karma saying the wholesome or unwholesome is might happen, but distracted karma is quite different from the obstacle karma. So it supplements other weaker karma, prevent from its ripening, and produce instead its own result. So distracted karma is stop the other karma result and keep the result of the own result. Not own result. It's kind of the not giving the own result, just destroying the other karma. Stop.
It's very strong.
Very strong. Very strong. So it's called the distracted karma. So distracted karma prevent or stop the result of the other karma. So that means keep its own result according to this explanation. For example, somebody born as a human being, may because of his productive karma, Janaka Kamma, has been originally distinct for the long lifespan, but obstructive karma may arise and bring about the premature death. Yeah. Unfortunately, die or something like that. Yeah. So the obstructive karma totally destroy the other karma. Stop. Cannot continue. Even though good or bad, wholesome or unwholesome. So unwholesome destructive karma can stop the result of the wholesome Janaka karma. So the difference is obstructive karma only reduce the result. Destructive karma stop, prevent giving the result of the other karma. Obstructive karma just interfere and reduce the result, little bit decrease the result. So destructive karma more powerful than the obstructive karma. Sorry. So the Deodatta is a very good example to understand. Deodatta who was swallowed up by the earth and then went to the Avicii head. But when he entered the community of monk, he became the monk. He tried to doing very well. So first he has a supernatural power, supernormal power. But these supernatural power disappear when he began to plot to assassinate, trying to assassinate the Buddha and trying to split the community of Sangha. So after that, great unwholesome karma, he performed, all supernatural power disappear. And so when he died, he was swallowed by earth, and then he reborn in Avicii hell. So there is a heinous crime, very, very great crime of causing the blood to be conceived in the Buddha food, and then causing the split in the Sangha, and then trying to assassinate the Buddha. So this destructive karma is so powerful. This destructive unwholesome karma is so powerful. So that's why that destructive karma cut the result of the kusala karma. So kusala karma means he has a jhana. So he has his mind is a very powerful, supernatural. His mind has a supernatural power, supernormal power. So that supernormal power, the result of the wholesome kusala karma, stop. Because the destructive karma cut the result. And then immediately took him to the hell. So the destructive karma is more powerful than the other karma. But the productive karma, Janaka karma, is give result, its own result only. Number one karma only. Number one karma, productive karma, Janaka karma, only give the own result. But the other three karma, supporting Kamma. Supporting Kamma is just supporting to the other Kamma. And the obstructing Kamma is just obstruct or interfere the result or the other Kamma. Maybe obstructing means oppositely wholesome Kamma reduce the result of wholesome Kamma, so something like that. But the fourth one is destructive Kamma. Yeah, destructive Kamma is much more powerful because it cut the other Kamma, cut off. Yeah, no chance to continue to keep the result. Yeah, we need to understand like this. So the four kind of Kamma. By the power of akusala Kamma, the sign or the bad destination may appear to the person who was dying. So that means he's going to have a bad rebirth. So the good Kamma may emerge by itself or may appear influenced by those who are near the dying person. So that Kamma expel the bad Kamma and then having called the sign of good destination to appear. So produce a rebirth in the heavenly world. Now that is also destructive Kamma. We need to understand. Yeah. Maybe a person going to die and the in his mind the nimitta, Kamma nimitta, Kamma nimitta, Kati nimitta. These three kind of nimitta is sometimes not good, but the person near him can change into the good sign. Yeah. So at that kind of Kamma also destructive Kamma because of the unwholesome Kamma, because unwholesome Kamma bad sign appear in his mind. So the other person trying to remind or trying to do some good things for him. So the kusala Kamma, good Kamma, stop. Cut off the sign or the bad sign. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah. It's not easy, but it might happen. It might happen. The example I will give you is very popular. A hunter, who is in a very old, so he is old age, became a monk because his son is a monk. And no, he's a not ordinary monk. He's a yeah. So he became a man after he became a man, and his life, very old. So one day he's going to die. So he has a bad sign of the destiny, Kadinimita, bad sign of the destiny, Kadinimita, because he is a hunter. Every day he kill animal. So the bad sign at the time appear in his mind. So his son, he's an Arahant, and he knew very well about his father condition. So his father's condition, or he tell, or please help me, the dog follow me, so please stop them. So like this, he shouting. So that hand, he understand, it's not good sign. So I have to try to change that sign. So he prepare the flower, the many flower in front of the pagoda, like the pie or the flower, and then he took the old man, his father, with his bed in front of the pagoda and show him. Well, this is your kusala kamma. We offer the flower to the Buddha for you. So he let know the old man. So then his mind changing. The previous bad sign disappear. So good sign, good destination appear to him. So in this case, his offering of the flower, that kamma is a destructive kamma for the bad sign, unwholesome kamma. So the destructive kamma, wholesome good destructive kamma, prevent the ripening of the bad karma. So we need to understand like this. That's why now after he died, that woman reborn in the celestial world. But that karma just only temporarily cut off, because he's killing many years. So that unwholesome karma maybe come to him later. Yeah, not disappear forever. No, just temporarily. The destructive karma disturbed. That's why the unwholesome karma has no chance to keep the result at the time. But later, maybe he will get the bad result. Yeah. So we need to understand that. Sometimes we little bit shift to the for why. Yeah. But karma is very strong, so maybe come to him one day. Okay. So on the other hand, the bad karma maybe suddenly arise and then cut off the potential or the good karma. It might happen oppositely. So generally the rebirth in the wholesome ring. So this is an opposite case. Yeah. For example, a person is going to die and think in his mind, wholesome kusala karma appear at the time. The children come to see the person and cry. So maybe when he had the crying sound, maybe something like change. Yeah, so worry about the unwholesome karma, destructive bad karma suddenly arise. It might happen, and they cut off the good karma. So maybe somebody may have the good sign of destiny, but later bad karma arise and give him a sign of the bad destination, and then it will take him to the woeful ring. This might happen because our mind is so quick, so fast to change. So the last moment is very important. Last moment, very, very important. Okay, so destructive karma can be both kusala, wholesome, and akusala, unwholesome. It cut the result of the other karma, and it give result itself. Sometimes the destructive karma does not give the result. Sometimes it's cut off the result of another karma. So you may know the story of Chakubala. Chakubala is the monk who is blind after becoming arhat. That man became blind. So we call his name is Chakubala. Chakubala means when he practiced meditation, his eye problem happened. But he thinking, no, I have to protect my eye, or I have to protect my wisdom eye. He thinking at the time, I should try to protect my eye, naked eye, or I should try to protect my wisdom eye. That means the doctor recommend, and he need to fill the oil into the eye, lying down and put into the eye. But that man, he practiced meditation, no lying down, just only two posture, sitting posture and walking. Sitting meditation or walking meditation, he practiced only two kind of meditation. And strongly he make a decision. So already he make a strong decision. So he didn't change his decision. So maybe the I'm destroy. I don't want to destroy my wisdom eye. I try and practice, keep on practice meditation. Yeah. That means Chakubala. Yeah. So the Chakubala began blind because of the distracted Kamma. The distracted Kamma make him blind, not because of the practice of meditation. Because practice of meditation is a good Kamma, but make it blind is a bad Kamma. So that bad Kamma is in his previous life. He is also the doctor, the eye doctor. Yeah. At that time, the patient don't want to give the money for the cure, so he angry and then give the another kind of the medicine to destroy the eye, to make it blind. Yeah. So that distracted Kamma, unwholesome Kamma, arise at that time, and then make it blind him. Make him that blind. So distracted Kamma did not cause him to reborn in hell, isn't it? At the time, just only distracted Kamma make him blind. So actually, the Chakubala was an arahant, so it cannot give the result because the reborn in the hell. Yeah. Understand? Yeah. Because of no new life, so cannot give the result in the hell. Just only make it blind. Yeah. Okay, so we go next one is and then another instance of the operation on all four Kamma. Productive Kamma, Janaka Kamma, supportive Kamma, Upatthambhaka Kamma, and obstructive Kamma, Upatthambhaka Kamma, and distracted Kamma, Upagharaka Kamma. So these four kind of Kamma we will explain in one example. In one example, the case of the Devadatta. Devadatta also. The case of the Devadatta who attempt to kill the Buddha and who cause a split in the Sangha, So his good reproductive karma, the Janaka Kamma, conditioned him but in a royal family, isn't it? Because Devadatta is also the cousin of the Buddha. So he born in the royal family. So in the royal family, he reborn. So his continued comfort and prosperity were due to the action of the supporting karma. Because he's a prince, so his life is very good, comfortable and very rich. So that one is because of action of the supporting karma. Wholesome supporting karma support to the productive karma, Janaka karma. That's why Janaka karma make to reborn as a royal family, and then he raised with the very many people, many attendants he has, and then a lot of food he eat, very good food. So these results arise because wholesome supported karma support. Understand? Yeah. And then the obstructive karma arise. The obstructive karma means the counteractive karma. We say another name. Counteractive karma, obstructive karma. Say Upatthambhaka. Upatthambhaka karma came into operation when he was subject to much humiliation as a result of his being excommunicated from the Sangha, because he tried to kill the Buddha, he tried to split the Sangha, community of monks. So the Buddha and Sangha declare he is not our member. So the Buddha and Sangha announced, he is not our member. He's a different one. He's a different one. So that one is a counteractive karma. Counteractive karma means maybe another kind of he practiced meditation, and he attained a supernormal power before trying to assassinate the Buddha and trying to split the Sangha. It's also supported karma. But he trying to kill the Buddha and he trying to split the Sangha. So the obstructive karma, they stop. They counteract the result. The result, he is very difficult to get the food. Even though he goes arms raw, nobody want to offer him, because the Buddha and Sangha announced, he's not our member. He's not same. It's a different one. So he cannot get the proper food. The very difficult condition. So counteract unwholesome karma. They stop is good karma. And then finally, the destructive karma brought him his life to the Avicii, awful stage. Miserable end. It's a destructive karma. Destructive karma cut. He cannot continue like this. He cannot continue to be alive. Destructive karma cut off his life and then go to hell. So in one example, we can understand the full karma like this. Okay. Understand? Okay, so we go to the next group. The next group is by the order of right planning. The first group is order of the result, given result. The first group. Janaka Kamma, Upatthambhaka Kamma, Upapilaka Kamma, Upakaraka Kamma. They are order of the result, given the result. Yeah. But this one, the next group, this one is order of right planning. Right planning means the order of the given the result. The previous one is not order of right planning the result, not order of given the result. The previous one is function. Yeah, function. Sorry. This one is the order of the result. Yeah. So there are four also. There are four group. So number one will give the result first. If there's not number one, the other three will give the result orally. Yeah. If there's number one can give the result definitely. But if there's not number one Kamma, number two Kamma will give the result. Yeah. If there's a number one and number two, then there's no number one, number two Kamma, number three Kamma will give the result like this. Yeah. So the result will be in the order. So number one, first one is called Veti Kamma, Kruka Kamma. Kruka Kamma. Yeah. First one is Kruka Kamma. Kruka Kamma. Veti Kamma. Veti Kamma is very, very powerful. Wholesome and wholesome, both sides. Yeah, in both sides, wholesome Veti Kamma and unwholesome Veti Kamma, we say Kruka Kamma. And then number two is that proximate Kamma, Asana Kamma. Yeah. Asana Kamma. Asana means very close to that. Yeah. So that's why we translate that proximate Kamma. And number three is habitual Kamma. Habitual Kamma is Achina Kamma. Achina. Achina Kamma. And then number four is a reserve Kamma. Reserve Kamma is a Katata Kamma. Katata Kamma. So number one is a very powerful one. If there's no number one, number two, maybe there's no number two, number three will give the result. So like this, yeah, according to the result, give the result according to the order 1, 2, 3, 4. So a little bit more explanation about the Veti Kamma here. So Veti Kamma is very, very powerful. That is cannot be replaced by the other Kamma. Other Kamma. So Veti Kamma is like Janaka Kamma. Janaka Kamma give the result, own result, isn't it? Yeah. So Veti Kamma is, in the first group, Janaka Kamma. So the Veti Kamma cannot be replaced by the other Kamma as determinant of the repart. Definitely give the result of the repart. That Kamma, Veti Kamma, we say Veti Kamma. Definitely give the result of the repart. So that means if there is a Veti Kamma, it will certainly definitely give the result in the next life. Yeah. So the other karma cannot interfere, cannot cut off. Yeah, cannot cut off. So the in the first group, the upakaraka karma, upapilaka karma, they cannot operate with the weighty karma. Kruga karma is very strong. The other karma cannot disturb and cannot stop. Yeah, definitely give the result in the next life. Yeah. So because that karma in unwholesome side, that karma is very awful, very horrible.
Which one is more strong? Upatthambhaka Kamma, and this one is which one is more?
This one more.
Oh, this one.
Upakaraka karma. Upakaraka karma is destructive karma. You mean destructive karma? Upakaraka?
Destructive.
Yeah, karaka is the last one in the first group. Yeah. So the last one. Yeah, also the Vedic karma is, we say, yeah, it's depend. We say sometimes the Vedic karma is upakaraka karma. Yeah, we say that. It's possible. So two, Janaka karma, upakaraka karma is, we say Vedic karma. Yeah, including in the Vedic karma. Yeah. Vedic karma is more. We need to understand more specific condition of karma, not general karma. So here I already explained in unwholesome side, who killed one's mother, own father. This is a Vedic karma, not destructive karma.
Yeah.
So destructive karma, maybe the other different kind of karma is destructive karma. Like a Chakubala, doctor gave the medicine to make the patient blind. So that karma, destructive karma. But here, Vedic karma is very strong. Yeah. Very strong, very, very horrible karma. Because one kills own father, own mother, and then kill the Arahant. Yeah, five great unwholesome. We say Panchanandariya. Yeah, Panchanandariya. Yeah, Panchanandariya like this. Yeah. Write down Pancha Nantariya. Panchanantariya. Pancha means five. Nandariya means no space to keep the result. Because definitely keep the result in the next life. Panchanantariya. Yeah, so the Vedic karma is unwholesome side like this, should be like this. These five Panchanandariya karma, unwholesome karma, we say Vedic karma. But the other unwholesome karma, maybe destructive karma, upakaraka karma, or Janaka karma, we see. Yeah. So So the horrible five Panchanandriya Kamma, we can say Vaiti Kamma, Janaka Kamma, destructive Kamma. But other Kamma, apart from these five horrible Kamma, we say on destructive Kamma or Janaka Kamma, not Kruka Kamma, not Vaiti Kamma. The other Kamma, other unwholesome Kamma. Yeah. Only these five unwholesome Kamma, we say Vaiti Kamma, Kruka Kamma. Yeah. The other unwholesome Kamma, we never say Vaiti Kamma, Kruka Kamma. So Kruka Kamma is just these five horrible unwholesome Kamma. We need to understand that. Yeah. And then this is an unwholesome side. And then wholesome side, the wholesome side is one attain the jhana, and maintain his jhana until the moment of death. So the rebirth is a general grandly in the five material plane. Rupa, Vachara, Loka. Rupa, Loka. Five material plane or immaterial plane. Arupa, Loka. Depend on the level of jhana. So first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, maybe fifth jhana, maybe they reborn in the five material plane, Rupa, Loka. Arupa jhana, if he attained Arupa jhana, he will reborn in the Arupa, Loka, immaterial plane. So these all Rupa jhana and Arupa jhana, we say Vaiti Kamma in the wholesome side. Not just only observing the morality, five precepts or offering something, the dana and sila, just not Vaiti Kamma. Jhana and sila is wholesome Kamma, isn't it? But these wholesome Kamma, we cannot say Vaiti Kamma. Yeah, Vaiti Kamma is only in the wholesome side, only jhana. Yeah, jhana and mega, mega as well. Yeah. So we need to understand like that. So Vaiti Kamma is a specific Kamma, not all Kamma. Very specific. Not many. Yeah. And wholesome side only five horrible unwholesome Kamma, Panchanandriya Kamma, and wholesome side jhana and mega. Only jhana and mega wholesome Kamma, we say Vaiti wholesome Kamma. Vaiti wholesome Kamma. So they can keep the result in the next life, definitely. Yeah. But like a Devadatta, destroying the jhana, he cannot. Yeah. So we need to understand like that. Okay. So a little bit more explain like this one. The if one develop the jhana and later commit one kind of one of the five heinous crime, the Panchanandriya Kamma, so that good Kamma will be destroyed by the evil deed, isn't it? So at the time, for example, the Devadatta warned the Buddha and then caused split in the Sangha. So he lost his psychic power, supernormal power, because supernormal power associated with the jhana. And the Vasa Krandi rebirth in the hell. So that's why we say Vaiti Kamma is just only pure wholesome Kamma and pure unwholesome Kamma. Yeah. Not all wholesome Kamma and unwholesome Kamma. We need to understand like this. Okay, so if someone will first commit one of the Vanchanandariya Kamma, they will not be able to later to attain a jhana or mecca or to become the arhat. It's not possible. Yeah, any kind of wholesome deed he tried, but just only normal wholesome deed, not weighty kamma, jhana and mecca is not possible to. Because of the evil karma will create, an insurmountable obstruction, so it cannot replace with the other. Yeah. So very, very Vedic karma is very powerful, very, very powerful, very dangerous, in unwholesome side. Okay, so it's a highly unlikely that one will commit any of the 5 heinous deeds or die while in jhana. That means dying while in jhana means not losing the jhana. He died, so he most likely rebut relinging karma where we that proximate karma. We need to understand. The Vedic karma change into the depth proximate karma. It might happen. Yeah, jhana or the other wholesome karma. Yeah, jhana is a Vedic karma, but the other wholesome karma, we can say Vedic karma, but that karma change into the depth proximate karma. So this is a strong thought, rise close to the time of the death, very important time. So there's a story, There's a story, commentary show the story. An executioner who was reborn in heaven. Executioner means he's daily he kill the jail, the prisoner in the jail. Yeah. So, but he was reborn in heaven because he just had the Dhamma talk from the monk. So that kind of Dhamma talk, the power, the whole Sandi, yeah, he reborn in heaven. And then a Vacuria monk was reborn as a flea in his robe because he was attached to the rope. You can imagine our mind is so, yeah, he's very virtuous, but he attached to his rope.
7 days.
Yeah, just only 70, but not long time. Yeah, but it's karma is very powerful. Just 70 get the result. 70. Yeah, and a queen who was a great supporter of the Buddha. Yeah, so she did a lot of karma, great karma, supporting the Buddha and the Sangha and Dharma, but unfortunately rebut in the lowering, offering, because her last thought was a single immoral act of that she had done. So dying moment is very, very important to give the result in the next life. Yeah. So that proximate karma, that proximate karma also very important. Yeah. Okay, so the next karma is a that proximate karma. if there's a no waiting karma, that proximate karma is a second priority to keep the result. So that proximate karma is also important. In Pali, we say asana karma. Asana karma. Asana means near or close to die. Yeah, near means near the death, near to die, close to die. So the karma is a karma, remember at the moment or done shortly before death. We say asana karma. Yeah, not just only before doing the before death. Already we have done, but just remember at the moment. This is we say that proximate karma. Asana karma. That karma already maybe many years ago we have done many years ago, but very close to die at the moment we in our mind remember that karma. So that karma we say that proximate karma. Yeah. Or maybe some person specially offering or specially wholesomely done before just before death. So this is present that proximate karma. Anyway, the person may have done good karma in the past, maybe many years. That just remember that karma just before death. So that karma kept the result in the next life. Yeah. So that's why that proximate karma is important. Sometimes the karma may be done just before death. So such karma is called the death proximate karma. Yeah. That's why in Myanmar, a person going to die, the relative, they bring the monk or they perform some kind of the special hosandy for him, and then tell about sometimes telling about the previous years already have been done the hosan karma. So maybe reading the donation list. Yeah. So it's good. It's like the death proximate karma. Yeah. So it's very important. Yeah, very important. It's done immediately last moment, last jhana process. So that means immediately before the death thought process. Keep the result in the next slide. Okay. So before the process, that process, that chuti, marana sanna viti, before the chuti, before the death, there's a marana sanna viti we have. But the marana sanna viti, jhana, dynamic consciousness is not 7, only 5, because our body and mind at the time very weak. So before the process, there's a thought process going on and on. Before that process, our mind in the mind, the many thought process going on and on. Yeah, many thought process. Yeah. So during this moment, the karma may be remembered before already performed, and the karma can keep the result in the next life. Yeah, this is possible. One possibility. And then another one is a karma, maybe the just before dying, yeah, they perform that also, that proximate karma. Anyway, the karma may be done and keep the result in the next life. So a Handa, already we told about him. The Handa became a man. His Kamma nimitta is not good, but his son trying to change, and then his attempt is achieved. Yeah, so it's good for him. So that story is we already told about that story. So I don't want to again. Okay. So in Myanmar, that proximate karma is a very important thing like this before dying. So they try to change the last moment, that good karma with the good karma, but it's not sure. It's not sure because it's depend on situation, isn't it? Every time we cannot try to change. Yeah, maybe sometimes we can change, but maybe sometimes we cannot change it. Okay, so in the same way, if the person is bad all the time, but he remembers some good karma in the past or some good karma before death, so it's good for him. This is asana karma. Asana karma, that proximate karma, and then it will get chance to give the result in the next life. Yeah. So our mind is so strange. We don't know what happened at the last moment. Yeah. So for that reason, Buddhist country, many, including Burma, Myanmar, it's a customary to remind the dying person of his good deed or ask him to arouse good thoughts, thinking the good thing already performed in the previous years or so during the last moment is his life that proximate karma good, that proximate karma rise is good for him to go next life. Yeah. Okay. So a person need good friends to create the favorable condition or circumstances to get it at the last moment so that he can good move and remember his good deeds so he can die with these good thoughts. It's good. So there are many stories. One story is a king in the Sri Lanka. So when he was about to die, he was expecting to his general to come to him. His general already become a monk, but he has not shown up yet. So he said the general was with me when I was winning and fighting battles to get the throne. So now he know I'm going to lose the battle with the death. He said like this on his deathbed. So why he doesn't show up me like this? So at that time, the general went to the king and talked to him about the meritorious thing he had already done in the past. So the king then remembered all his meritorious deeds and was in his good mood. So then, before he died, he said, "Oh, general was a good companion, good friends on the battlefield, not only battlefield as well as in the battle with the dead." He said like this. Yeah. And then he died peacefully. So this is the death proximate karma. So please don't misunderstand this. So death proximate karma does not mean that you can be evil or you are alive. Maybe I can change last moment. I can change my mind. It's not that meaning. Yeah. So before I done, I got one thing is that proximate karma saved me. So not like this. The meaning is not like this. It does not mean all your bad karma will not have the chance to give the result. No, not like this. So we need to understand that the result maybe come to us maybe later, not in the next life, maybe the other life. But if you try to become the arahant, it's never ever come to you. But if you are not arahant, going in the wrong of samsara, wrong of path, you get the result. Maybe we don't know. Yeah. Okay, so go to the next one. Sometimes the person may be good all his life, but some chance he had a bad thoughts just before the death. It's also very dangerous. Yeah. The whole life he is a good person, but last moment, the aramana, the last moment object, the trying to grab his mind as a wholesome karma. Yeah, this might happen. So maybe he reborn in this woeful plane, woeful stage. That's why it's going to die. Person should not cry near him, or should not ask the other thing. Maybe the father, mother going to die. The children, oh mother, father, the precious stone, where you put precious stone, something like this. If they ask to their mind, remember that object, so stack on that object at the time, it's not good. So should be applied such manner. Yeah, very important. But the person who did all good thing in his life, just before dying, he that karma thinking and reborn in the awful plane. It's not too long, just 70, like the monk who attached to his rope. Yeah, because he's a virtuous person, so just 70, and then he reborn in the heaven. Yeah. So not too long. Take not too long. You will get out of soon, and then next life will be good. So the next life is bad. However, that because of the death proximate karma, depend on the death proximate karma. Death proximate karma is a wholesome karma. The next life will be good. Death proximate karma and wholesome. Next life will be unwholesome and the woeful. So the second priority is death proximate karma. So to arrive as a death proximate karma, we need regularly practice. So regularly practice means a habitual karma. So another karma is habitual karma. The third priority is habitual karma. Yeah, habitual karma, because of habit, the thought near to die, the thought automatically arise. Yeah, it's also important. Okay, so the achina karma, habitual karma, is that we do habitually, regularly, that which we do every day, like meditation, chanting, studying, teaching, paying respect to the Buddha, offering to the monk, and many other good things, good deeds. Yeah, regularly, habitually, if already we have done. So that Kamma we say Achina Kamma. Habitual Kamma. So one habitually perform the Kamma, either good or bad, wholesome or unwholesome, whatever, is become powerful. It has priority, is a third priority. Vedic, if there's no Vedic Kamma, there's no Achina Kamma, Asana Kamma, the proximate Kamma, the Achina Kamma, habitual Kamma, keep the result in the next life. Yeah. So in the absence of Vedic Kamma or the proximate Kamma, that type of Kamma, Achina Kamma, habitual Kamma, assume the rebirth generation function. Yeah, keep the result in the next life. So we need to explain about the habitual Kamma, also very important. Habitual Kamma change into the death proximate Kamma. If we remember before we die, yeah, because sometimes habitual Kamma is become the death proximate Kamma. Yeah. If a person have been doing the wholesome Kamma constantly, regularly, it's followed that his habitual Kamma will present itself to the time stage, time man. So habitual Kamma actually as important as that proximate Kamma. Yeah. So habitual Kamma or Achina Kamma is very, very powerful Kamma because it's done again and again, regularly, or habitually. So like acceleration. When we drive your car with the very higher acceleration, so that the energy is more and more. Yeah, like this. Habitual Kamma is like this. Yeah, again and again, regularly. So the power is more power. Yeah, we get the power from that Kamma. So we need to understand like that. Okay. Okay. So the example to understand the death proximate Kamma and habitual Kamma, how they operate, second priority and third priority. So explain. Let's say there's a cattle. The cattle are put into the corral in the evening. So the old ox maybe enter last because of his old enter the last. So maybe he occupy his place very close to the gate, isn't it? So in the morning, the gate open, that old ox come out fast because very, very close to the gate. So that example is very easy to understand. In the same way, that proximate Kamma is not very powerful than the habitual Kamma, but that proximate Kamma happen at the moment of the death. So that's why that Kamma give the chance to give the result as a second priority here. But it's not very powerful than the Asina Kamma, habitual Kamma. Understand? Like the old ox, keep the place very close to the gate. So open the gate, it can go off fast. Like this. Yeah. So that the analogy very, very easy to understand. So that is why the death proximate Kamma is given the priority over the habitual Kamma. Yeah, so they explain in the Abhidhamma Sangha. But the habitual Kamma is regularly, habitually, we practice, we train our mind. So more powerful. Okay. Okay. So. Oh my. The last one. Huh? The last one is a Risat Kamma. Risat Kamma is Katata Kamma. Katata Kamma. The Pali word is a Katata. So Katata meaning is because it's done, just it's done, is called the Katata Kamma. So that Kamma is not included in the three already mentioned before. It's called Risat Kamma. So that means Risat Kamma, Katata Kamma is not Veti Kamma, not the proximate Kamma, Asana Kamma, or not habitual Kamma, Asana Kamma. Yeah. A Kamma generally say that this is the Kamma, not Veti Kamma, not the proximate Kamma, not habitual Kamma. We say that Kamma is a Katata Kamma. Yeah, Katata Kamma is just we done. Yeah. So that type of Kamma become operated when there is no other three type of Kamma. So that Kamma had chance to get the result in the next life. Yeah. So when the other three Kamma does not arise, that Kamma will give the result definitely. So the Kamma can be the Kamma done in this life or the Kamma done in the past life. Past life means past many past life. Yeah. So that Katata Kamma is more wide range, not only present life, but also the many previous life. Yeah. So it can be Kamma done not only in this life, but in the past life also. Sometimes we do some function, some meritoriously, not seriously. Not seriously means not habitually. Yeah. No wiki, no as a wiki Kamma. Just we do. Just we did. So that kind of Kamma. Just we do is lightly, not seriously thinking and not seriously doing. Just we do. Yeah. So not too much, I think, mental input. Just we do. So likely just we do as such Kamma we say Katata Kamma. Yeah, result Kamma. So that Kamma is not Vedi Kamma, not the proximate Kamma, not habitual Kamma, just done with, not much seriousness. Not seriously. Yeah. Not habitually. Just we do. Yeah. So that kind of Kamma is result Kamma, Katata Kamma. Yeah. So that kind of Kamma get chance to give the result when the three other Kamma, previous Kamma, Karuka Kamma, Asana Kamma, and Achina Kamma are absent. Absent means no other three Kamma. That Kamma, so have the chance to give the result. Yeah. So that this group is a four Kamma, Karuka Kamma, Asana Kamma, Achina Kamma, and Katata Kamma, arranged according to the ripening of the Kamma, according to the Kamma, keep the result. So Vedi Kamma first, and If there is no Vedic karma, that proximate karma second priority, and then habitual karma is third priority. Finally, the other three karma is no, nothing. So result karma keep the result. Yeah, in the next slide. Okay, so we will go to the next group. Maybe next group there are also four kind of the karma. Number one, immediately affected karma. Data dhamma vedaniya karma. Yeah. Data dhamma means in this life. Immediately affected karma means only give the result in this life. Yeah. And then second one, subsequently affected karma, upatthambhaka vedaniya karma. Subsequently affected karma, upatthambhaka means subsequently affected. And indefinitely affected karma, number three karma, indefinitely affected karma is aprapariya vedaniya karma. Yeah, aprapariya means indefinitely affected. And then number four is a defunct karma, hosi karma. Yeah, hosi karma, defunct karma. So we need to understand these four kind of the karma. It's a very related with the Abhidhamma. So these karmas are very related to the Abhidhamma teaching. Yeah. So we can connect with the process of mind, dynamic consciousness. Yeah. So the Pali was for the first kind of karma, data dhamma vedaniya karma. So data dhamma vedaniya, meaning is data dhamma means present life, this life. Data dhamma. And then vedaniya means experience, to be experienced. So the karma whose result to be experienced in this life, we say data dhamma vedaniya karma. Yeah. So in English, we translated immediately affected karma. Immediately affected karma. Immediately affected means only affected in this life, not next. Yeah, not next life. Maybe in this life, maybe in next moment, or not right away after doing the karma, we keep the result, not like this. Just we have to just little bit next moment, or tomorrow, or maybe 7 days, or maybe like this. Yeah, after doing the karma. Yeah. Maybe just few minutes or something like this. Not just right away we perform the karma and we keep the result. It's not happen. Yeah, usually it's not happen like this. Just we need to wait a little bit, few minutes, or maybe few moments, or maybe tomorrow, maybe 7 days, like this. But anyway, it's in this result, in the life. The result is in this life, not the other life. Okay, so we need to remember the thought movement, mind process. 7 identical karma creating mind movement arising in the sequence as a part of the sensing process and as a part of the thinking process, isn't it? When we see something, after that, thought. After seeing, thought moment, many thought moments, isn't it? So that in those thought process, there are many dynamic consciousness, jhana. Yeah. Seven time jhana. So the first of the 7 karma creating mind movement, the dynamic consciousness, is the weakest. Yeah, that that is said. Yeah. So that first of the 7 karma creating thought dynamic movement consciousness, we say that karma is indefinitely affected karma, because the power is weak. So just only this in this life, the result kept just only in this life, the current existence. The karma can ripen only in the current existence. If the end of the current existence, maybe we go to the next slide, that karma no chance to give the result. Only this life. If it is no chance to give the result in this life, this karma will be different karma, Aussie karma. Yeah, Aussie karma. We say Aussie karma. So this karma has not found the condition to ripen in this life. It's become a different karma, Aussie karma. Understand? Yeah. This is a first moment of the 7 karma creating dynamic consciousness. And then the last moment means 7 karma creating dynamic consciousness. So that's also second weakest karma. The Lady Zero said. So the last 7 karma only give the result in the next life. Next life means the last moment of the 7 jhana, last moment of the 7 jhana, yes, the power is a very second weaker power. So here's a chance to give the result, not in this life, but next life. In the same way, this karma has no condition to give the result in the next life. It began a different karma, Aussie karma. Yeah. Because they are very weak. They cannot stay longer. So that idea is this is Lady Sharon explain like this. Oh sorry. Explain like this. The karma and power karma that we made the graph. This is this is a karma. This is a power karma. If we made the graph, so 7 jhana, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, 4 jhana, 5th jhana, 6 jhana, and 7 jhana here. So the first jhana, you see, the first jhana power is like this. So I make here power. Yeah. And then 7 jhana here. 7 jhana power is here like this. So the power line when we draw here. So that's why the Lady Sarah said the first jhana and second jhana, the two weakest part. Isn't it? Yeah. That's the first and 7. But second and third, little bit more higher, and the 4 is the highest one. The 4 is the highest one. The 5th, 6 is a little bit lower. So like this. That's why the first jhana moment just only give the result in the present life. This one. And then the last one, 7 jhana moment, give the result in the next life. But if they don't have the condition to give the result, they will become the horsey Kamma, different Kamma. They have no chance in the realm of rebirth, no chance to give the result. But the middle 5, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, these middle 5 jhana, they have a power to give the result long time. Yeah, long time, no become a different Kamma. So even though Arahant, they give the result because of these 5 Kamma. For example, the Moggallana, Moggallana 500 robots, kill him, because of one past life, he's trying to kill his own father and mother. So the result, the fight between 7 jhana, the middle 5 Kamma, trying to keep the result. Last moment. So we need to understand like this. So fight and middle 5 Kamma is very, very powerful. 7 jhana, the middle 5 jhana has a Kamma. That Kamma is powerful to keep many lives, even until Nibbana. Nibbana. So that's why if we want to give the result in this life, our Hosandi must be done very systematically. Very systematically. And also, it must meet the necessary condition. In this, in the Dhammapada, explain that one. And we will find this condition like one person must have a good chetana, good motivation. One perform the Hosandi. And then second condition is a very strong volition. This is a very strong volition. And the second condition is that the offering must be got by fair and just means. Fair and just means should be according to the Dhamma properly. Not stealing, not telling lying and take the property, and then offering is not pure. So that's why the offering must be got by fair and just means. And then the person who accepts it must just emerge from the Nirasmapati. Nirasmapati means attainment of the cessation, or Phalasmapati, sustain, and jhana or mekka attainment, and so on. So the receiver is a very higher quality. So these required conditions are fulfilled, you will get the result in this life. Yeah. Like they win the lottery. They get the result in this life. Okay.
One person after to get it already.
Hmm.
After 3 days, he died.
Lottery? No. Maybe it's a distracted karma. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
Because he don't have any money.
Hmm.
He's sick.
Hmm.
He didn't go to the hospital, but after he got already,
Hmm.
he go to hospital,
Hmm.
cancer, things like
Yeah. Karma is very, very, very complicated, very, very powerful. Huh? We don't know it. We all like many karma. Okay. So the next one is a subsequently affected karma. That means karma whose result experienced in the next life. So that karma is 7 jhana. 7 jhana produce the result. So if the karma done in this life is what give the result in the next life. So if does not give the result in the next life, it's where we different karma. A hosi karma. It will not give the result at all in the round of rebirth. No chance to give the result. So this type of karma is generated by the last jhana moment, dynamic consciousness, 7 jhana moment, dynamic consciousness in the jhana thought process, which is second weakest karma in the city. Yeah, according to the Lady Seattle explanation. Okay, so this created subsequently affected karma. Karma can ripen only in the next existence. At the end of the next existence, that karma no form condition to ripen is become different. So we need to understand like this. Subsequently affected karma like this. And then the middle five. The first and last we already discussed. First one is keep the result in this life. Second, our last one is keep the result in the next life. The middle five, dynamic consciousness, jhana. So karma creating mind movement are very strong. Yeah, according to the graph, the very explained. So these mind movement create indefinitely affected karma. Indefinitely affected karma means forever. Keep the result forever. So that arise at any time after the next existence. We don't know where these karma come to us. So this karma never become defined, never become the horsey karma. As long as the round of rebirth continue, the karma follow us and keep the result. When the condition are mature, yeah, they will definitely keep the result. We need to understand like that. Okay. So indefinitely affected karma, aprapariya vedaniya karma. Indefinitely affected karma, aprapariya vedaniya karma mean which can ripen at any time, any moment from the second future existence on what? Not this life and not next life. After next life. After next life. Because next life is the last dynamic consciousness keep the result. In this life, first dynamic consciousness keep the result. So between 5 is appropriate vedaniya karma. Indefinitely affected karma has a chance after second life. Not this life, not next life, maybe third life. from the third life to anti-nibbana. Yeah. Until get out of the wrong or path. Yeah. So whenever I gain the opportunity to produce the result, that these karma will give the result. So it's very important to know that here is from the second future existence or what. So no one, not even the Buddha and Arhat, is the exam from experiencing the result of indefinitely affected karma. Yeah. That's why the Buddha, Arhat, like the Moggallana, they kept the result, awful result. Even though the Buddha going to Pranipana, he suffered and died. Yeah. Okay. So we go to explain a little bit more about that. Buddha and Arhat has eradicate the two root of existence, isn't it? Craving, ignorance, avijja, and dana. So why the Buddha and Arhat they kept the result of karma? So somebody they asked about that. So since craving and ignorance are destroyed, they do not acquire fresh karma, fresh new karma, but they are not exempt from, or they are not free from experiencing the result of their good and bad karma in the many past lives. So the many past lives already done with the craving and ignorance before becoming Buddha and Arhat. So that karma has a chance to keep the result. That's why the Buddha and Arhat sometimes suffer from pain and so on. But that pain is not mental pain. That pain is just only physical pain. Yeah. We need to understand like this. But normal person, the common person, two, both. Physical pain and mental pain. But Buddha and Arhat, because of the previous karma, they suffer, but just only physical pain, not mental pain. Yeah, the totally different. Yeah. Okay. So I think we have to little bit more, and then we stop. That's why being a who reborn in a woeful state can come up to the human being again. As an animal or hell being, it's very difficult to get a wholesome kusala karma. Although they may get very little chance to get the wholesome karma there, they can still be reborn as a human being, even as a celestial being, because of this store karma, that kind of karma. Indefinitely affected karma, aprapariya vedaniya karma they have. Even though they're having, even though in animal, they have the aprapariya vedaniya karma, indefinitely affected karma in the previous life. So that karma gave the result as a human being, animal reborn as a human being, animal reborn as a celestial being. Yeah, it's possible. So we need to understand like this. So aprapariya vedaniya karma is like this. We need to understand. So the first karma will begin a different. This cannot give the result in the present life. The first time karma. And then second karma will begin a different if they cannot give the result in the next life or second life. But this indefinitely affected karma will become different. One is a given result, or that person become an arhat and get out of the wrong or rebirth, is that they have no chance to give the result. So we need to understand like this. Aprapariya vedaniya karma is very horrible. So appropriate may Vedaniya Kamma may be wholesome or unwholesome. Yeah. Both. Okay, so we'll stop here. Okay. Thank you very much for your listening. Thank you. So before the start the lecture, we wish Buddha teachings staying longer and longer in the universe. So we wish Buddha Sasanam Chidan Titatu in 3 times, please. Buddha Sasanam Chidan Titatu. Buddha Sasanam Chidan Titatu. Buddha Sasanam Chidan Titatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you. Thank you for your watching.